At News Top Stories video search advertisement friends of hanging victim allege he was lynched January 18, 1986 Concord, California. App. Piercing screams that roused several neighbors from their sleep proves that a black homosexual found hanging at a transit station was lynched and did not commit suicide, according to a black organization. We didn't believe from day one that it was suicide, Thordy Ashley, of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, said Friday. I think the screams will help show he was murdered. The association rejects a police report calling the November 2nd death of Timothy Lee a suicide and has asked for a federal probe, citing numerous reports of racial intolerance in recent months in this city 35 miles east of San Francisco. Advertisement in documents filed with the FBI. Neighbors say they heard screams and people running at a transit station where Lee was found hanging. The agency is investigating the possibility the man was lynched. Friends and family members said Lee, 23, had called for a ride home from the station and had given no clue of depression then, or in the days before his death. Marilyn Hannum and Bill Callison, who share a home near the station, said they heard screams about 15 minutes later. Ms. Hannum said she thought it was some sort of hazing. If I would have realized as terrible a thing was going on, I would have rushed out there, or called police, said Ms. Hannum. It didn't leap to my mind that someone's actually being murdered and now I'm living with that. They were loud screams, repeated, that seemed to be coming from the BART parking lot, she said. When I got up and got dressed and went outside, the screaming had stopped. About 10 minutes later, Callison heard 3 or 4 screams, followed by a final scream which had a rising pitch and ended suddenly. They say they then heard at least 2 or 3 people running and getting into a car within 30 seconds of the last scream. Other residents of the racially mixed, working-class neighborhood heard nothing, and say a racial attack would be out of character for the area. They said, however, that BART trains sometimes bring in welcome visitors. Hours before Lee died, 2 men wearing Ku Klux Klan-style robes stabbed 2 black men in the parking lot of the Concord bar. The men, who told police they were dressed up for a belated Halloween party, were charged in the attack. At News Top Stories video contact us. Cookie settings. Download app News. Connect with the definitive source for global and local news. More from app.org. App Insights app. Definitive source app. Images. Spotlight app. Explore app. Books. Follow app. The Associated Press. About contact customer support. Careers. Terms ampersand conditions. Privacy. All contents. Copyright 2021. The Associated Press. All rights reserved.
Sections. Los Angeles Times. Concord police cite depression in Huntington of Blackman Lot Archives March 20, 1986 12 am PT Facebook Twitter LinkedIn Amal Concord, California. Ian Blackman, whose Huntington sparked a continuing controversy among civil rights activists, had suggested just before he died that he might throw himself in front of a car, according to police. Police, who previously ruled the death as suicide, also said Timothy Romack told in West Battles the fashion design student was repressed 4 days before his body was found hanging from a tree near a transit station November 2. Sister Tammy, under the national assassin. For the advancement of colored people, asked police under the FBI to examine the case, saying he was too happy to back his own life. They said a poorly written note found near the body was a forgery or had been written under duress. Advertisement. Murder theory. The theory that he might have been murdered gained support when it was noted that 2 white men in Ku Klux Klan robes attacked a black man within a few miles of the Bay Area airport transit station several hours before body was found. At least 2 residents living near the station reported they heard screams and the sound of people running that night. Last week, a handwriting expert in Los Angeles suggested that Matt Russell Wright forged the note, but police discounted that theory and said Wright was never a suspect. Advertisement in a report to police last week, Wright said he gave a false statement last December when he described he as happy. In the report, Wright told police, wrote the statement last December because I thought I faced hurt me with the truth. But the truth is I remember his depression and low-key behavior a week prior to his death. He seemed to be down and easily stranded in Concord. Advertisement called Wright at their Berkeley apartment the night he died, saying he had fallen asleep on a BART train and found himself stranded in Concord when the system closed. He asked Wright to help him find a ride home. Wright, who owned a car, said he was unable to help his roommate and asked Lee what he planned to do. Throw myself in front of Lee, responded, according to statement. Police captain Bob Evans said to other roommates and another of friends agreed that he was depressed, although others disagree. Advertisement Evans said no evidence also suggests Lee was having trouble with his fashion career. His last grades before quitting the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising were 1 Act 2 and 2, according to Evans, who has been unable to substantiate the claim that he had gotten a scholarship to study fashion in Milan. Subscribers are reading, Acklanders unanimously prepares a syringe of a COVID-19 vaccine for healthcare workers at Ronald Reagan Akla Medical Center, California. Vaccine access codes for hard-hit Black, Latino communities improperly used in other areas. February 23, 2021. Registered nurses April McFarland left and Tiffany Robbins place a body inside a weight bag and zip it closed. Science. Coronavirus strain looks increasingly dangerous. Devil is already. February 23, 2021. Drivers with a vaccine appointment enter a mega COVID-19 vaccination site set up in the parking lot of Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles Saturday, June 30, 2021. One of the largest vaccination sites in the country was temporarily shut down Saturday because dozens of protesters blocked the entrance, stopping hundreds of motorists who had been waiting in line for hours, the Los Angeles Times reported. The Los Angeles Fire Department shut the entrance to the vaccination center at Dodger Stadium about 2. As a precaution, officials told the newspaper, up photo Damian Wagons.